Welcome back. And I know I said I was going to do this contract later, but in between episodes, there's one I want. In between episodes, I was looking at two contracts I wanted to do because they award a lot of XP on Smithville Dams. But both of them require Steel River supplies as prerequisites. So I thought, well, I'm nearby. I might as well just come and grab this trailer with the International Fleet Star. And so that's what we're doing on our way to Smithville Dam. I was just wondering, is that little valley a trap to get to the road path, or is it too early for something like that to happen? Because you're wondering why I was looking at the map, that's why. And when after we deliver this, we'll pick up a set of metal beams for Smithville Dam also. And so the tail of Smithville Dam, tail of Black River comes to an end. We may do some more here, we may not, I don't know. It depends on how things shape out. But for the time being, the operations go into Smithville Dam. Okay, there. I was hoping that we had enough momentum and with enough weight on the back of the tractor to receive the cargo that we wouldn't have a traction issue there, but only if we had the locking diff. We haven't got that yet. It's on Smithville Dam, so we'll be getting that soon. But, oh well, we got through it. Oh, and in case you're wondering why it's getting such good fuel economy, I actually sold its stock engine and put the straight 6 2100T in here, which actually gives you small horsepower boom. I believe it's about 5,000 torque, but more importantly, it's significantly more fuel efficient than your stock engine. Because when I was running this truck in Alaska on the road network, the stock engine, I kind of felt like I was always on the edge of running out of fuel. So, you're noticing a fuel difference, that's why. And so the plan is we're just basically going to bring all this cargo to outside the garage on the Smithville Dam. And I'll probably discuss my plan at the beginning of the next video, basically. So. And this will pretty much wrap it. We're going to head straight to the garage where in between videos during the nighttime I actually just went and bought a scout fuel trailer and got fuel out of the 2,000 liter trailer near the farm on the other map and brought that here, as well as grabbing the race suspension for the CK1500. I have since sold that suspension because I don't want to use it since I'm only going to have one Thomas winch, and I'm going to put that on the Scout 800 for going to retrieve upgrades. So, and it helps with a little bit of cash, pay for stuff, so. Anyway, thank you for watching. So today we're going to pick up a couple upgrades, get a task, and then start working on material order. Should give us a decent experience. I checked and we need 350 XP to get to driver rank 5, which will unlock off-road tires for the F750, so that does kind of make it actually somewhat useful to get to. And you could actually make an argument that you could go there and do stuff with the F750 to get to driver rank 6. Not that I'd recommend driving around Cola without EODs on basically everything, or off-roads on your scout vehicle, but it is an option. One that could get us out of Michigan sooner, which is why I'm thinking about it. Although honestly, what I probably need to do is just go to Alaska and get the AK Mark 38, which comes with off-road tires stock. Personally wish they had level locked them so they didn't have to nerf the fuel tank and could have given it, say, a 300 or 270 liter fuel tank. Since the Warranty, which is roughly similar, has a 270, that would have been workable, but yeah, I'm not a fan of the 200, but that's how they decided to balance the fact that it came with off-road tires stock, and decent off-road tires at that, too. So we're gonna drive along here. Whoops. And get the locking differential for the CK. Because that's one thing I've been wanting to get to help. And I was a little short on money, so I ended up getting the off-road tires that have good on off-road, because I mean there's a couple hill places here, so it's gonna kind of be good if I'm just getting all-terrains anyway instead of getting the mud ones. And so we'll see how that turns out when it comes to hauling stuff up dirt hills, whether there's any value in it, but it's nice to have that. And we're gonna find a, I guess we could, by the way, be careful on this little path. This is the detour in air quotes, because there's a roadblock right here that needs 2 service spare parts to clear. There's also an F750, I mean, sorry, I wish it was. I wish it was an F600 is what I wish it was, because of the shorter frame and lighter weight, you could potentially make it work with the various V6 engines the F750 as an option. Wish it was an F600 single cab, but anyway, up here's an additional CK1500, which at some point I do want to discover, because that's a vehicle I could send to another region, and then that will also give me something where I can start doing running around and setting up for videos during the night times, because I'd like to get to the point where I don't have to record during night, since I have not much to do because this file's beginning, so that's why you end up with some parts of videos taking place during the night times, because, well, I don't have any setup I can do during that time. So right now we're just picking up contracts and tasks, and I'm going to come here and get an easy task. It's just a simple drive here and check on something task, which is nice. But the main reason I'm coming to this island is to get a locking differential for the GMC MH9500. That's the main thing I need out of here. And I think there may be, I know there's that upgrade for sure, and I can't really remember where are the other upgrades except for the highway gearbox for Scouts and the raised suspension for the Scout 800, which I'm probably just going to sell because stock height with 35 is probably high enough. I haven't ran into a situation where I potentially need it. Although you could also make an argument that I should just drive to Island Lake now, because I could pick up a trailer that's already loaded with fuel to bring back here, and at the same time maybe grab the V6 5-liter engine, which is kind of what you run a lot of times if you don't want to have the relatively fuel inefficient V8. I put the V8 in this just because I'm going to be using it to haul trailers and cargoes, but it's not necessarily the best engine if you're just scouting. So because I'd also like to get that. Basically, the reason I'm making the deal of let's get an autonomous winch for the Scout 800 is because I don't want to get to Island Lake. Drummond Island maybe wouldn't be as bad if it happened, but I don't want to roll over in such a remote place since there's no garage on Island Lake. And so I'd have to get another vehicle out there, so argue if I was really what I was thinking is I should get a repair trailer. I mean, there are some service trailers, but since they added Scout support trailers, it could potentially be worth it to ferry some spare points out. Okay, I was trying to figure out where this road started. What I probably can do is I could cut through the trees, but I don't know where the rocks are. Actually, let's just cut through the trees right here. It should work? Question mark? Well, I guess that definitely. By the way, if you don't know, Fixer Upper is the White Western Star 4964. However, The contract is simply just bring it back to the garage, but unless you have a capable truck, you're probably going to want to repair it first, just simply so it can help recover itself, because this is somewhat of a steep climb here. Anyway, here's the upgrade I was mentioning. So we're going to go get that, and then we'll actually probably just come back this way so I can tag this quest, and then come up here and get threatening out accident on our way back to the garage. make a delivery or two. And to make things a little easier on ourselves, we're going to transfer some cargo. Because we can actually also deliver the consumables for, the service spare parts for all this wagon. So, why not do that? First we gotta unpack the GMC. Oh, wrong button. I just figured I can bring the pickup back to the garage during the nighttime. There's no reason to show me just driving it back. Me looking at the map before I turned to go down the hill was me calculating and figuring out that no, I did not have enough fuel to make a route for a field trailer in Island Lake. In case you were wondering what the idea behind me looking at the map there was. That's what it was. Whoops. So, why am I unloading this? I don't know. What I need to be unloading is the bricks in the red trailer. Oops. Although actually I suppose what I could do is just this. And then put the metal beams onto the semi-trailer. That actually, let's do it that way. That shouldn't be too bad. But I'm going to take the truck in and put the locking differential that we have on the trailer that we just discovered. Just because that should help a little. I'm trying to think, okay, so all of this is going to the quarry. Okay. And then that will actually help because then on the way back we can pick up concrete slabs for to complete another part of this contract material order. So that will actually work out great, actually. So, anyway, I'll cut to that. Just topped off some fuel, and now let's deliver this cargo. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. I may turn up the brightness when it gets dark enough just to finish this, so I can show delivering the slabs. But you could also say it's not going to be interesting. 80 minutes of boring ride, but I'll record it just in case something happens. We'll see. Well, I think I'm going to call it right there because I forgot about the bridge. I forgot you got to build that and just kind of skip mine. If I had all-terrain tires, there are actually 2 alternate crossings I could take if I had all-terrain tires. But I don't. So I think we're going to just have to stop here. Thank you for watching.